Hello, this is Mike Saunders, the Authority Positioning Coach, and this is a behind-the-scenes sneak peek of the delivery for the M.A.S.S Authority package. So once you order your package and we conduct our phone interviews for the podcast, as you know, you get 3 podcast interviews and 3 multimedia press releases. Now, the important thing to remember is I will coach you on the 3 relevant specific topics that we should focus on to best attract your ideal client to you. And then we will do an interview on each one of them specifically and go into very detail and clarify those aspects of each one of those topics so that it is the best business development marketing tool for each one of those topics. But once we do that, phone interview, 20 minutes, you're done. You are finished, and I am now building this package for you once you approve the press release content. And then I build out this page so that we can have all of your authority positioning assets ready for you easily. Because as you can see here, I've got a federal trademark on the phrase authority positioning portfolio, which is a collection of the authority positioning assets that I create for you. So the first section is here, the marketing strategy guide. And this is about a 7-page document that teaches you specifically how to get each of one of these authority positioning assets working in your business for you. For the basic package, we do the 3 interviews and the 3 multimedia press releases, and this is your delivery for the basic package. So you get the interview graphics and you get the press release reports. So I want to show you what this looks like so you can get a great picture of what this will provide for you. So first, you are interviewed on my show for the 3 different topics, 3 different times, and I create this graphic so that you can use it in the promotion of your interview. So it features you, the name of your company, and then also when we do the press releases and they get syndicated out to all the ABC, CBS, NBC News affiliate sites, I then am able to do this for you. So I then create this graphic so that you can use this in a variety of places, whether it's in your email signature, your website, your social media, as what's called authority trust triggers. So as featured on. So you will be featured in the ABC, Fox News, and Market Watch, and many, many more. But just want to kind of keep it nice and concise. And then the podcast is syndicated out through all of these premium spots, the Pandora and Spotify and Audible and Amazon Music and iTunes. So this graphic here is a wonderful representation of elevating your brand. And then this is the report. This is a 10-page report of where all of the press releases are syndicated to. So once you approve the press release draft, whether you need disclaimers, disclosures at the included in there to send them to compliance, or maybe I just send it over to you and you just make an edit to the content or whatnot. But once that is approved, I get it syndicated out through all of the premium syndication spots. And this report here, we'll just kind of scroll down through just to kind of give you an idea. This is 10 pages of where all your press release is syndicated to. This is not me sending it out to these places and hoping that they pick it up. This is your press release that you approve being distributed and syndicated to MarketWatch and all of these Fox and ABC and CBS News affiliate sites. So that's a beautiful thing there, is just to be able to see where all of your press releases are syndicated out to. And because we have done 3 press releases and 3 podcast interviews, and I strategically optimize each one of those for search engine optimization. SEO is a really expensive proposition, as you probably already know. But I feel that there's a lot of research out there that when you as a financial professional or entrepreneur, you're being referred. And these people are not Googling SEO keywords. They are Googling your name and your agency name or your business name. And what happens when they Google it and they see just your website and your LinkedIn, your social media? That's what they expect to see. But what happens if they see all of this? And this is the example here in this delivery page. So name, client and their company name. So Chris Blair, Micro Associates. They see the website, they see the LinkedIn, but then they see press release, podcast interview, thumbnail for the podcast interview. And even though we do it by phone, it's an audio only podcast, we convert that audio to an MP4 format with your picture so that we get it indexed on YouTube. So as you can see, this really stands out when someone is Googling your company name and your name, because they're seeing way more what's called Google authority positioning. Now, what I want to show you here is that these three are the basic package. If you choose the premium package, I want to show you the premium deliverables and give you some examples of that as well. So I create a 60-second interview audiogram for each one of the three podcast interviews. I create QR codes for your interviews, so that way you can have in your marketing, whether it's your website or your email newsletter or any seminars that you're promoting, you may want to use a QR code and say, listen to my interview where I talk about, scan this QR code or visit. And this way, this gives you these premium marketing and promotion pieces. Now, an audiogram is just where I take a 60-second snippet from our interview and create this video, and it literally is it's got your name and your company name, and it's got those audio waveforms, and you then have a 60-second video to use in your social media to promote the interview. And I show you in the marketing and strategy guide how to use these audiograms, how to use the QR codes. And then the last piece here is the link to the premium podcast networks and the social media shoutouts. Now, the premium networks, what that is I showed you where all the podcasts are syndicated to, but on the basic package, I send you the link, and because it's in the press release. But what I do is I then research out and get the exact links to all of the Spotify and iTunes and Pandora and Audible and things like that, and get you the specific links for those. And I write up 3 social media shout outs for each one of the interviews. So interview number 1 would have social media shout out number 1, 2, and 3 so that you can promote it. Interview number 2, social media shout out number 1, 2, and 3 so you can promote it, and so on. And the benefit of that is this becomes a done for you on a silver platter marketing and promotion for each one of these 3 interviews, so that yourself or your marketing assistant could simply copy and paste that little social media shout out. And it's something like, hey, have you ever worried about the blah, 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 blah? In my latest podcast interview where I was asked this very question, I discuss, and then it's got the link to the interview. So this just makes it so easy for you to copy and paste and use either the interview graphic or the 60-second audiogram to promote each and every one of these authority positioning assets. So whether you choose the basic package or you choose the full premium package, this will amplify your authority like nothing else before. We'll talk to you soon.